Hi, it's Stephen Molnar here, and I'm here with Konrad Bobilak, who's the CEO and founder of Investors Prime. So, Konrad, this is the lifestyle that many property investors actually aspire to. So, what do they need to do right now to get started to become a successful property investor doing it all passively with a system?
It's a very good question. I think, Warren Buffett says the hardest thing about investing is to get started, and ultimately most people never get started, or they get started too late. And some people get started too late with the wrong information, which is even worse because then they lose everything that they've managed to build up over the years. So I guess there's a number of things, and I look at things from a very practical perspective. If I was doing stuff again right now, I would want to do things that are cost efficient, and then you get the biggest bang for your buck. So I think the best thing that I would recommend people do is to buy my book called Australian Property Finance Made Simple. I mean, for $30, the information that's in that book, it took me literally 10 years to learn and 3 years to write.
Or the Kindle version even.
Your Kindle was like $10, guys.
Yeah.
That's like the best $10 you can spend, in my opinion. If you think
return on investment.
Yeah, if you're not happy with the book, send it back to me and I'll give you a full refund. I mean, that's the best. The second thing is to spend 2 days with me at the Real Estate Investing Fast Track Weekend. I mean, tickets are like $97. Sometimes we've got specials where they're completely free. Sometimes they're up to $300, depending on when we're launching and where we're doing it. But I mean, getting information from investors like myself and people like yourself and Cameron Fisher from Changing Places Real Estate and Stephen McClutchy from Loans Australia, and immersing yourself in 2 days in property, you're going to pick up a lot of distinctions that you probably take you a decade to accumulate. So you want to get as much information as you can, condensed down into a number of days. But reading books and going to informational sessions is probably the best use of your time. And the third is definitely networking with like-minded individuals or getting in contact with people that have done it as well. Fundamentally though, from a very micro level perspective, what do you need to do to get started? Number one, you've got to get market ready. And
what does that mean?
Well, it means that you've got to be able to transact if you see a good opportunity. If that means doing your tax returns that you haven't done for 4 years, do your tax returns. Get an accountant, work out the best structure you can buy property in, whether it's a trust, corporate trustee, whether it's your own personal name. Unlock that equity if you have a property that's existing. Get market ready. Too often I see people that see opportunities out there, but they can't transact because they're not market ready.
Because it could take them months to get market ready.
Absolutely. I mean,
and then the opportunity's gone.
Absolutely. Some of my clients that I've been working with for the last 12 months, it took them 8 months to get market ready, which is incredible because they haven't done their tax returns for a long time. Number two, I guess, from a micro level practical perspective, is get the right team of experts and specialists around you. Because ultimately, your success will come down to the people that you work with. You've got to get the right accountant, the right solicitor, the right mortgage broker or banker, the right financial planner. Beyond that, you've got to develop the plan, and the plan has to be in writing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's essential.
Everyone writes these. Everyone says they have goals, but they just keep them up in their head. But they're not real.
No, you've got to put it down on paper. You've got to write it down, and the process of actually writing it down takes you to a level of detail that otherwise you can't put together in your head.
Yeah, it develops this other alternate neural pathway and it locks it in. So it's that hidden question, that primary question, that primary goal you keep looking and moving towards.
Exactly. And you might need, once you start committing things on paper, you might need to fill in some gaps using your mortgage broker or your financial planner. I mean, I recommend you do a complete real estate investing plan in writing and then go to your financial planner. Now, the financial planner you need to work with has to be a financial planner that's pro-property, which there are very few and far in between, and get them to even do a statement of advice around property investing, And ultimately, the more detailed that your plan is, the better your chances of executing it correctly. So I think they're the three key things: get market ready, get the team, develop a plan that's concise, that's specific, and also understand what strategy you're going to be implementing and why. And there's so many different property strategies out there. The more clarity you have about the property strategy that's relevant to you, the better your chance of succeeding in investing. But I think to start off with, just get as much information from different sources as you possibly can. That's like I said, I mean, I've read over 250 books on real estate and finance over the last 15 years. Ultimately, the difference between you today and 2 years from now is the people that you meet and the books that you read. So investing in yourself and investing in your own knowledge will pay you the highest dividend.
Yeah, absolutely. And that information that you soak up, no one can ever take away. In fact, for people who can't necessarily come to Melbourne, is there some sort of online course that will be available that they can also do as well, apart from the book?
Absolutely. We've recorded one of the courses from last year. We've made it available as a home study. So if you are interested in the home study course, all you got to do is scroll down below, check out realestatedvd.com.au, and you can watch it online. It's 10 hours of content, plus you get a manual that's I think it's 256 page manual that you can use with the course. I mean, you know, for a couple $100, that's probably the best use of your time and money that I could imagine. You know, after investing for over 20 years, I think that's the best thing you can do, is get educated, get all the information you can, and then work out what's relevant to you, and then implement.
That's great. Okay, thanks very much, Konrad.
Thank you, Stephen.